Hello again, and welcome back to Illegally Sighted. This is BGFH, and I am back for another low vision spotlight game video. Now, I have actually I've recorded a video for this game already, but I haven't actually released it. And so this one is actually probably going to make that other one irrelevant, so you guys will probably never see the original. Today we are looking at a game called Strafe, and it's a game that I was actually really looking forward to for quite some time when I heard about it. It came out, I want to say, early this year, and when it came out, I did a video for it, but I really I didn't like it near as much as I thought I would. And a few months later now, they have released an updated version of it. If you own the original, you get the update. But it's now called Strafe, the Millenium Edition. And they've basically made some tweaks and modifications and updates to it. They've overhauled it enough to where they thought that a name change would be appropriate, because apparently they must have modified enough. Strafe is a first-person shooter that it's kind of trying to blend a lot of the old and a lot of the new. So what really attracted me to this game to begin with was it kind of looked like a classic 90s style first-person shooter, and at the time when they first kind of unveiled it, there wasn't really a lot of that happening. You know, you had your Call of Duties, your Battlefields, and all those kind of things, but like, I really miss, you know, I still love Doom, Quake, Duke Nukem, a lot of the 90s style shooters, a lot more fast-paced, arcadey. I don't really care as much about the military stuff as much. And this game kind of combines that with some of the modern tropes that are, I think, again, becoming a little bit too overused, in my opinion. That being like random level generation and, you know, procedurally generated stuff, and, you know, small little like roguelite elements sort of things. Like, all this stuff is just becoming, I think, between like roguelite, procedurally generated, and open world kind of things. I mean, it's kind of just getting to be too much. And that's what everybody's shooting for. Those are kind of the fads. Aside from the ugly financial stuff that seems to be becoming the real new fad that I'm not even going to get into in this video. But so yeah, let's take a look at Strafe. One thing I do kind of like is we're in this little room here, almost like a little cockpit looking thing. And we, like, the whole interface is this kind of neat, like, all the little things in the environment have to do with, like, your different modes. So if we click on this, we'll start the game. If I want to exit, we got this little lever here that we can pull. It comes down, so that's pretty cool. You know, you get your little extras there and your options over here. Let's just dive right in. This is a first-person shooter, of course. And it plays, like I said, I really want to like this more than I do. I like the Millenium Edition more than I liked the original, for sure. But there's just still something here that, for whatever reason, just isn't quite clicking with me. And I'm not sure that I've really fully identified what it is yet. So at the start of every game, you have to choose between one of three weapons. You got like a rail gun, an assault rifle kind of a gun, and a shotgun, and each one of those also has secondary fire. We'll just go in order, and I'll show you the ones that I'm a shotgun guy. You know, in all my other first-person shooter videos, I kind of have a preference, I kind of have an affinity for a shotgun. So we're going to start with the rail gun here, and so the way it works is basically you try to get as far as you can. And when you die, you're dead. I think if you actually get far enough, there might be a way to continue, but I suck, and so I haven't gotten that far. But yeah, so you know, you got your really kind of low polygon looking. I mean, this looks like a game that could be right out of the 90s. So when we go into this portal up here, boom, we're gonna be set into a randomly generated. Oh, you know what? I haven't even gone up here. I should. What is up here? I haven't looked up here since we started the Millenium Edition. Okay, there's just a bunch of stuff. Like, I don't know if there's a point to it later on. I forgot that there were stairs. I just beeline right for the entrance here. So let's just jump. Alright, so we're teleported, we're in, and now we're starting on a random level. So, here we go. Strafe. And I will promise you I'm probably going to be terrible at this game. I'm not great at it. But we're going to try. We're going to do our best. So, again, I have no clue what the levels are going to be. You do find some power-ups. There are some weapons that you can get in the game. However, they are all, like, basically they're throwaway weapons. So, like, if I find another weapon, I'll use it till its clip runs out or whatever, magazine, whatever it is. And then at that point, it's garbage. I chuck it aside and I'm back to my original gun. Hey, bucko. I will say the railgun does a nice job of usually taking down enemies as long as I aim. Oh, hey, what are you doing, bud? I said sit down. Okay, so we killed a bunch of little dudes there. And you kind of balance gameplay between, like, you want to get to the next level, but at the same time, you want to kill the enemies to get more rewards and power-ups and stuff like that. There we go, get a little something there. I'm going to blow up this barrel. There we go. And I do have to reload, so... Uh-oh. No, you need to explode for me right now. Hey! So in the original version of the game, one thing I really didn't like is that, especially in the first level, there weren't that many, there wasn't a variety of enemies, and just a lot of the same things that would just, like, swarm you, and you were playing most of the time, you were just, like, basically backing up, shooting, backing up, backing up, backing up, and that's what you were doing the whole time, and it just wasn't really that fun. And it seems like they've done a better job now of, like, mixing up maybe not quite as many enemies early on, mixing up the variety of enemies that you get. And yeah, so I kind of like that a little better. Okay, so we got some poison down there, some green stuff, and I can charge. Okay, we'll blow that up. Reload. Obviously you don't want to fall into the poison. Okay, so we got narrow walkways, which I don't like. I could jump over there. You know what? I think I'm gonna. There we go. And there is fall damage. I found that out the hard way. Okay, so where are we going? Sit down, buddy. Hey, that's set. Oh, these little turret things. Let's get off. Yeah, there's guys that, like, walk on the walls and ceilings and drop down at you. There's turret things. There's one of the really things that they had too many of in the original was these little spitter enemies that would sit on walls and they'd shoot this green goo at you everywhere. And so, like, yeah. And the interesting thing, oh god, one of the, yeah, those things. Oh, really? I died? Okay, that was awful. But they would spit all this acid on the floor, and then you'd have to get around it. Now, interestingly, what they also do is, like, if you kill enemies while they're on the acid, blood kind of washes away some of the acid so you can walk on it again. So that's kind of an interesting mechanic that I like. Now, this little meter is also, I think, new to this edition of the game. I've leveled up at least one. I've leveled up once, and I got some kind of a coin. I don't really know what that coin does, but hey, I got a coin. Yay. Let's go again, and this time we're gonna take the machine gun, or the assault rifle, And problem is I also forget that it has a secondary fire. But this one also has a grenade launcher, which especially if you get to swarm, could be kind of a handy thing. Although again, explosives, you got your splash damage to worry about. So let's take it one more time. I would at least like to get to level 2. I think the highest I've ever gotten was like level 3. Yeah. I kind of like fighting these little, I don't know what you call these guys, but the ones that don't have projectile attacks. The guys that just rush you, those are easy to kill. Okay. Okay, somebody's shooting from over there. I see you. Stupid laser gun. Okay, we got a power up. And so basically each level has this sort of, they have their own sort of theme, or their own kind of color palette. So a lot of brown. Probably could be a little bit more exciting. A little bit more exciting visually. But again, it fits a lot of we're looking at gray and brown. That's what you. Oh God. Kill you. I said kill you. Oh, I'm gonna die right away. Yeah, see that one there, he's walking around on the ceilings and walls, and you literally die. Okay, I am just doing awful. I'm almost dead already. And what I'm realizing, having played even the updated version of this game, here's the thing I can just what I realized while playing this is that while some of the weapons aren't too bad, like I kind of wish some of them felt a little bit more powerful, but the shooting feels okay. My major problem is that I think some of the random generation, and you never know what you're going to get, like there's something really to be said about a specifically crafted level design. All the earlier games, especially the 90s games, I mean, these were some really crazy, intricate levels. You weren't just funneled down a tunnel with just, like a shooting gallery like you do in a lot of the modern shooters. These levels were intricate. They leveled back on each other, they looped back, they had, it was really non-linear, kind of smaller, open designs. But there was kind of an art to figuring out your optimal path through those levels, and like when you got the power-ups, what weapons you used to fight certain enemies, and when. But like you lose a lot of that here in the random design here of these levels. And I go back to playing like Brutal Wolfenstein 3D, Brutal Doom. Just adding the modern like mouse look, let's say, to these old style games. That helps immensely because, granted, I used to play a lot of those games just with a keyboard and I'm not doing that anymore. But add mouse look into Doom and Wolfenstein 3D, not to mention kick-ass heavy metal and gore. And it's a lot of fun. And I keep coming back to those. Like, I've shown you Brutal Doom. I've shown you Brutal Wolfenstein 3D not too long ago. I think I did those around E3. I will come back to those games again and again and again because they're just so much fun. It's just, maybe that's what it is. There's something just something feels missing. I don't know if that's all of what it is, but there's just something that just doesn't quite. I mean, I like what I'm playing. It's just partly terrible, but yeah, I I think the handcrafted levels go a long way, and are actually more important to a shooter than you might think. Because I've played other games, and there are other procedurally generated first-person shooters too. Like, I don't remember the name of it now. Remember that one that I did on the channel not too long ago, where it was like this weird, like, Smash TV-esque game show where you're fighting those weird demonic baby heads and all that kind of weird shit. You know, so you have stuff like that. There's a game, I think I have it now. I got it on sale, but I haven't covered it on the channel. I mean, I've played it, but I've heard about it called, I can't remember the name of this stupid game now. Excuse me, hiccups. What was it called? Wow. That was a hell of an explosion. Okay. So here's this, you know, this weapon that I found in the world. And I can use it until it runs dry. Oh, that's a nice weapon. It seems to kill everything in like one shot. Uh-oh. Okay, you need to die. You need to die. Anybody? Okay. But there's probably a good half a dozen or better games that use sort of this randomly procedurally generated level design, and you know, you can kind of start to get to see the holes in it. Like you have, you might see this pattern, or you might see oh, I would recognize this rune structure, or you know, you just have these templates that are kind of built around each other, and that can be okay, but yeah, I don't know. Let's see, where are we going here? So occasionally you'll also find things like these little shop things, so if you have enough money, you can get like extra shield, extra armor, bullets, that kind of a thing. So you do get some random drops, but you know, again, you never know what you're going to get. You might get some health and armor pickups right away, and then you might not hardly get it at all. So it just depends on the run and how lucky you are. What kind of enemies you also run into as well. What kind of combination. Okay, I think the screechy ones, are those the ones that shoot poison at me? If they are, those are the ones that I hate. Yeah, oh god, okay, these things. Sit down. Oh wait, what the heck do I have? Oh boy. Oh god, okay. I forgot that had that ricochet shot. Alright, we're gonna keep on moving here. Oh boy. Okay. Die. Uh-oh. Die. And I figure out where that stupid wall thing is. Oh. Oh boy. Grenades can shove it. I said die, please. So I'm looking for, of course, the level exit. Got a lot of... I'm trying to keep moving here. See where we go. Oh god. You need to sit. Uh-oh. Dying turret. Damn turret. Moving because I see. Oh god. I'd love to get to level 2. Somebody's awful. Oh god. Somebody's awful angry at me here. Kill it! Uh-oh. No, that's... You squeak, you're dead. Oh, that's one of those. I think that's one of those things, stations I can get some power up. Somebody's chucking grenades, and it's really got to stop. Okay, hopefully I got armor. I don't know. I'm just trying to keep moving. Okay, is this where I came from? Yeah. Okay. Ow! Ouch! That hurt a lot, but I killed him. Health would be really grand right now. Ow! Oh god! Perish. And it's easy to kind of get lost because everything looks the same. Like, that'll help. I do want to at least try to get to level 2. Oh, here we go. Yes. We can get the door switch here. Nice dial-up modem sounds. Waiting for the door to open. Alright, and we're in. So we beat level 1. Sadly, if I die, though, I gotta start all over. And usually, the last couple times I've tried this, when I get to level 2, things go south mighty quickly. Now, I did, I think, get a little bit of health toward the end of level 1, so maybe I will last more than 2 nanoseconds, but usually I don't get too far into here. Come to me. I'll smoke you. Please die. Oh god. Hey. No. Turret. Ouch. You need to stop. Whoa. Oh god, there's a lot of enemies and I just got smoked myself. Okay, well, let's do one more run. We'll do one more with the shotgun. At least I got to level 2. Like I said, I wish to God I were better at this game. I don't know that there actually are difficulty levels either. I think it's just like, you know, don't suck. That's basically what it amounts to. Okay, we're back in, and now we're going to have a totally different layout in this first level. And we're going to go to our left apparently this time. So again, we have no clue what the level's going to be. And I'm definitely a chronic reloader. Like, I do not want to be stuck without ammo. Sit! Now you can blow up those vending machines too, I found out. I did blow them up. I mean, one hell of an explosion, but then you don't get the benefits from it either. So... Really, you didn't die from that? Oh, you're nice. 2 Back off. You die. Give me some power-ups. Give me something good. Okay, I got something there. Uh-oh. You need to stop. Look at all the blood. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I really should love this game a lot more than I do. It's just for some reason, even with the update, it feels better. It feels way better than it did. But I guess I would still much rather play Brutal Doom or something like that than I would playing this. And I don't know if that's partly due to the weapons, partly due to the, again, the handcrafted level design. I don't know. But if you do like first-person shooters, especially if you like classic-style first-person shooters, I would definitely still recommend giving this a shot, because I think you definitely could get some enjoyment out of it, And it just depends on how much, you take to these, Oh, hi, buddy. Hey. Sit down, boy. play dead. Yeah, it depends on how much you take. Oh. Are we done? No, we're not. Okay. Anybody else? What do we got around here? Let's shoot that thing. Okay. And that's the thing, is you never know what damn exit's going to be either, so, you know, we're just going. Anybody else come around the corner? That was fun. Okay, so now I got one of those sub-weapons. Ow! And that's the thing, is you probably really don't want to be... You do not want to be stationary in this game. Always keep moving. Oh god! Please die. Not me, but them. Okay. Uh-oh. These guys I don't mind. These little... Die. Oh god. Uh-oh. Oh no, we got these... Oh, get out. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. I'm gonna die. Give me health. Great. Fire. Die. Alright, we're just gonna have to run. Like... Oh no, okay. This is just a dead end, I think. Whoa, up! Son, okay. Ow. Oh, okay, there was another door. Oh, okay, we got an exit here. Although I'm hurting real bad. Dial up. Come on, you stupid boy. I mean, I guess if you were, just running through the level trying to not kill everybody and you had a whole horde of enemies coming on you, that would be a bad thing. You're trying to wait for this door to open and you're getting chased into the tunnel there. Alright, level 2. Okay, well, let's see what happens. So it always starts with a little L hallway there, and then it goes to whatever room structure they decide to do. Okay, so I got a few of those. Okay, I saw the little floating guy. Did you die? Did you kill yourself? I hope you did. Okay, we're gonna head left. Fire. Some kind of piggy monster. Something like pink in there. Okay. Oh, come on! I shot first. You brutalized me. Alright, let's do one more run just because I want to see... I should level up. So let's see what we're going to get next time. See if I just get a coin. Like I said, I'm not sure what those do exactly, but we're going to take one more chance here. Okay, we're in. And once the game loads, there's like really no loading time whatsoever. It's all instant, so it's pretty impressive. Sit down. Spitters again. Wall spitters. Okay, grab that. Okay, that must be shooting down the stairs. Do I even want to go that way? I think I Oh, jeez. Let's just... Ah! Uh-oh. Oh, God. Oh, God. No. Stop. Blow it up. Alright, let's go. That is a weird weapon. Okay, let's go this way. Let's go down this. I don't really like this weapon all that much. I'm gonna chuck it. Oh, okay, we got something bled. Thought I saw him die. Ow! Kill him. Oh god, yeah. Kill me, guys. Oh dear. I need help really, really bad. Done? Wow, what a mess. There's blood everywhere. They got the blood thing down okay. That's for sure. Look at all the carnage there. Problem is a lot of that carnage is mine. Oh, okay. We got the end of the level. I kind of want to explore this room just a little bit to see. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, you died. Okay. Let's go in there. See how much that helped me. Get in, hurry up. Well, at least we're beating the first level consistently. It's just when I get in here, I don't stand much of a chance, apparently. Like I said, I've gotten to level 3 like once. And they said it all depends on the luck of the draw as far as like what, you know, that one, the end of the level was not very far away from the start, all things considered. You know, I mean, there was a lot of enemies in there toward the end that I had to fight, but had I realized it sooner, I could have just probably tried to beeline. Although I would have had to wait for the modem door, so I would have still had to fight him anyway. Okay, you're still gonna shoot that crap at me. I'm getting out of here. Ah! Down. Good boy. Okay. Yeah, this looks pretty similar. Okay, there's an elevator out to my left. I guess we can go see what that's all about. Sometimes there's guys in there, so you gotta be careful. Sit. Play dead. Okay, do I want to go right or left? Yeah, I'm hoping that I definitely will level up. Ah! Oh! Really? Okay, I got another coin. I really gotta figure out what those do. So I think that's where we'll stop. Like I said, I think maybe if I do a little more grinding and get used to, you know, more of the enemies and stuff like that, if I played this enough, I could probably get better at it. But I don't know. I like it better than the original version. The Millennium Edition is better than the original Strafe, but I would say give it a shot for yourself. I mean, it's not terribly expensive, probably 15, 20 bucks right now. There is fun to be had here, and like I said, you could be a lot better at this game than I am. And I like some of the aesthetic. I like some of the enemy design. You know, it's fast. You know, it's kind of has that 90s shooter feel to it. But there is just kind of something here that I'm just still not... It's not hooking me in for the long term. It's just not clicking with me. So, make of that what you will. But it is Strafe. It is available, Strafe Millennium Edition. It is out right now via Steam. Check it out if you want. Follow me on Twitter at BGFH79. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And until next time, I will chat with you guys again later.